Today's courtroom drama was pure chaos. Matthew Aldridge was supposed to be the defendant, but the man at the podium refused to even admit that was his name. Instead, he pulled the classic sovereign citizen stunt, claiming he was the attorney of fact, which isn't even a real legal term. He argued the court had no authority over him, but here's the truth. If you're physically in the courtroom, you're under its jurisdiction. No special titles or word games can change that. The judge, clearly used to these antics, didn't waste a second entertaining the nonsense. And by the end, he completely shut the guy down with sharp logic and zero patience, proving once again that you can't outsmart the system by pretending you're above it. So get this guy isn't just claiming to be the attorney of fact, he actually hands the judge a piece of paper as proof. And no joke, the paper quotes some made-up law that supposedly gives him the right to represent Matthew Aldridge. But here's the thing. Real attorneys have to be licensed, pass the bar, and follow actual legal procedures. You can't just print out some fantasy law on your home printer and expect the court to take it seriously. Sovereign citizens love to argue about jurisdiction like it's a magic shield that puts them above the law. But spoiler alert, it doesn't. Courts operate on real well-established laws, not internet folklore. And this judge? He's not here to play along. He shuts it down fast and keeps things moving. Is it just me, or are these sovereign citizen cases popping up more and more lately? Let me know in the comments, because every time I think I've seen it all, another one of these guys shows up with a brand new legal fantasy. This judge handled the courtroom chaos like a total pro. From the second this so-called attorney of fact opened his mouth, the judge calmly but firmly took control, breaking down every bit of that sovereign citizen nonsense with zero hesitation. It was clear this wasn't the judge's first rodeo. He's probably dealt with more than a few of these characters, and you could tell he wasn't about to let the courtroom turn into a circus. The funniest part? When the guy claimed he couldn't even say his own name, and the judge just shot it down without missing a beat. Judges are usually pretty reserved, but you could almost sense a little smirk there. It was just too absurd. And while it was entertaining to watch, it also proves a bigger point. These courtroom stunts don't work. They waste time, test patience, and ultimately lead nowhere. This judge made that crystal clear. Sovereign citizens really are in a league of their own. These are the folks who somehow believe they can just opt out of the legal system by declaring they don't recognize the government's authority. You'll hear them ramble about common law, or throw around terms like the UCC, as if that gives them some magical legal immunity. Spoiler alert. It doesn't. Courts in the US operate under federal, state, and local laws. Laws that have been around for centuries and are rooted in the Constitution. There's no secret clause that lets you just declare yourself exempt. What's wild is how confidently they'll walk into a courtroom and try to argue this stuff, wasting everyone's time while stacking up their own criminal record. The entire argument collapses the moment jurisdiction comes into play. If you're standing in that courtroom, guess what? That court has legal authority over you. Period. Judges have seen it all, and trust me, they're not impressed. Trying to dodge taxes or get out of a traffic ticket with sovereign citizen logic doesn't just fail. It often leads to harsher penalties. Honestly, I don't know if these folks actually think they're beating the system, or if it's just some bizarre form of rebellion. Either way, it's not a fight. It's a legal faceplant. Anyway, that's my breakdown for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think about this sovereign citizen nonsense. Appreciate you watching. Take care.